Yo, what's up? It's your boy Carcino here. I want to say thank every one of y'all who signed up for the Patreon. I appreciate that. The Carcino for Life Patreon is, man, it's just, it's been one of those things, want to say appreciate it. And we got something more. Y'all thought that was something, right? I know I shocked everybody about the old trafficking thing. Y'all was shocked? Your mouths was dropped a little bit? You saw some names? Right? Kind of shocked you a little bit, right? All right. Well, here we go. Now, let's get into this. This is the next wave. Hit the like button, subscribe to the page, select all. There's a ball there, a little bell or whatever, notification bell. Make sure you select all so you can get like some of the notifications every now and then. Because people haven't been getting theirs. It's been crazy. They do everything to my page. But here's what we want to do. Okay, we want to get into the gist of this because I want people to hear this and understand something. Just because somebody's black don't mean they speak for all black people. And that's what we got to understand. Just because somebody is black don't mean they speak for all black people. I will repeat one more time. Just because somebody is black don't mean they speak for all black people. Now, Jemele Hill is trying to blame racism for the Carlee Russell situation, saying that her hoax that she put together, how people saying she should get life in prison and all of this stuff, she's like, oh, this is being spearheaded by racist people who want to see her punished, but they didn't say anything when this white woman blamed a black person for something, and then this white lady blamed a Mexican person for stealing her children and kidnapping her children. I didn't hear any outrage about how much time those people should get for lying. Well, that situation, and you're right, an example need to be set. Whenever there's worldwide news, when people are going out of their way to take off their jobs to help search for somebody who's not there. There's people that's out there missing for real, that people have been out there searching, volunteers, spending their time to go out there and search in the grass, and you know that the person ain't out there, and you just doing all this for attention. Everybody should be punished. I don't care if they blue, green, striped. I don't care nothing about color. It's the condition. This should have been the case. I think that person who did that and lied and said a Mexican person, I think they should get the same penalty. I ain't saying they should get life, but they should get jail time. It's going to be automatic 5-year sentence. You got to start putting a foot down and stopping this and stomping it out. That's why you see all these fake cases. These people have no moral compass. You ain't thinking about that other person, their family, when you falsely accusing them of stuff that they didn't do and is not responsible for and don't do. You see what I'm saying? So the narratives always change and they always push the envelope back when we are in a flux, when we're in a situation where people are saying, wow, look at them. Jemele Hill loves to fan and the flames and race bait. That's what she's turned into. She went from a journalist who talked about the conditions, the human condition, of black males and black people and the situation we go through and start pointing out the differences in the system, in the eras of the system. She went from that to sports to now she's a personality who's only left wing agendaed to put a spin on Carlee Russell, who she's not even coming down and condemning. She's giving her an excuse and a way out, the same way you're saying the other person had did. So that's cynical, Jemele Hill. That is cynical. Because what you're doing is you're finding a way to justify poor behavior. You're finding a way to go against the ideals of right and wrong for color. You're saying, well, white people did it. Why we ain't doing it? Not that if it's right or wrong to do, but because it's Carlee Russell and that you feel the right wing people are coming down on this and want her punished, now we got to have something to go out to say about Carlee Russell, right? And make it a color issue. I am a heterosexual black male. Never thought I would have to live to see the day I have to state that nowadays. You seen the way society is now and how it's geared up to be against everything that the rest of the world believed in? Well, others didn't believe like that. They didn't hit the ground running. And if you want to be honest, if you want to like word everything, but yeah, they didn't hit the ground running. So this isn't me being a black man attacking Jemele Hill because I want to be famous. I'm not attacking Jemele Hill. I'm attacking the notion of her defense for Carlee Russell, her statement, her cynical statement. If you had a problem with those things that happened back then, you should have called that out back then when they happened. Don't use it as a scapegoat to try to say, oh, well, Carlee Russell is this. They didn't say that when these guys did it, so why are they calling for life sentences? You're taking people who are idiots on social media who may be racist people and making that the majority and speak for every other human being that's out there in the world. They just think sometimes everybody I've heard on even every show, I've never heard nobody say a life sentence. That's overly dramatic, and that's probably somebody who's an idiot on social media, and they always want to quote the idiot and make them speak for the majority. Same way they try to do with us. They found anybody black say something stupid, and that person speak for all black people. That's not what happens, right? That idiot was responsible for his own moronic statement. Everywhere I heard, people just saying she should do some jail time. And I'm in full agreement with it. And if you're asking me about those other people who lied and that, should they get jail? Yes, absolutely. I agree they should get jail time also, if they didn't get it already. So Jemele Hill, this has been a pattern for you. I've seen you've been taking this pattern lately of blaming and deflecting and pointing fingers at and playing the cynical role of they did it, look at what they did this time, and they didn't say that, and this is this, and that is that, and why is that? When white guy do it, they do this, and black guy do it, they do that. Call it out for the issue itself. If you have a problem with the issue, don't have a problem with it once a black person gets caught doing something and you feel you have to be the one to get some black person out of it, you got to find a loophole to put a spin on it because a group of people may want you to do it. Then you've neglected being a journalist. So I'm disappointed in Jemele Hill a little bit. A little bit, because I really didn't expect this much from her. They put a lot of pressure on her with the whole thing with Trump early on. So if this is your way of fighting back, this is the wrong way to do it. You know, brothers stood up for you when that happened. So a lot of people stood up for you. Stephen A. Smith didn't stand up for you, but it's a lot of people that stood up for you. Don't ever count on him to take any type of stand. Now, going down the line, you have all of these different people caught in these scenarios. And all of these scenarios are attention driven, but I get it. What they want to do is they want to control all of the narratives. They want to say, oh, this is the way this is supposed to go. No, this is the way I want that to go. No, they want to be the one controlling everything. Jemele Hill is like, okay, who listens to Jemele Hill really? Oh, black women. They want black women to focus on her. Her podcast was majority African American women. So that was her demographic. When she was on SportsCenter, African American males was her highest number. Then there was female. Once she left there and started doing podcasts, it was black females. Black was the highest denomination of the people that listened to the show, and females was high, like 70 something percent was black females. So, well, many people didn't understand the game back then. It was so much going on with politics and people that really was rolling with Trump that's sitting up there in they were in the way, and they were starting to come in, and then all of a sudden talking about politics was bad, and then as soon as they got rid of them, now they talk politics all the time. Now it's okay to talk about social issues. Now it's okay to talk about these things, which is so hypocritical, because that's why y'all claim y'all got rid of Jemele Hill and Michael Smith. They wanted to keep Michael Smith, actually. Jemele Hill was the one they wanted to get rid of. And it was nothing she did on the show. It was on Twitter. So we had her back. We protected our sister. But our sister decided she could only see one thing one way. If you can't call it out on both sides, then we're not going to take you seriously. That's just all it is, how it is. I mean, I got to call it down the line. If somebody from our group or our side do something wrong, I got to call that out, or I'm being hypocritical. So when Juicy Smollett start coming out and telling lies, then it's obvious that that should be called out. Well, when people figure out what it is exactly like they want to do, when it comes to making their minds up about, you know, what they should do as far as the direction of, oh, this is where we're going as a unit or news source people can trust or not trust. You know, this is the this is the realities of the situation, you know. People can't trust the news to give them their information because the news is not realistic. You know, they only going to tell you things that are slant. They're not going to give you the full, you know, update on everything. They're going to just tell you what they want you to know and what they want you to hear, you know. So, well, Jemele Hill feels that because the checks are coming in, she got Oprah, she got Gail, she has all these left wing people over there. She's got to go and do the dirty work for the left wingers. And it has jaded her opinions and her thoughts and her comments. And you read it and it's like, this is not even the Jemele Hill from 2016, 2017. Like, who is this person? I don't even know her no more. So it's like she's lost her identity to me. And it's sad because, yeah, you know, so we'll see how it works out. I never saw it that way. I just feel that Jemele Hill can be used doing something better than trying to bring down this barrier of protect the left wing people, even when they're not doing right for your own people, you know, just for a check. I'd rather you get a check for being real, being authentic. If Biden ain't doing a damn thing for the brothers and sisters, you should be able to say that. You should be able to call him out. You should be able to call out the no-show job at vice president. You should be able to call out old Kamala Harris. You know, she's only black on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You need to call that person out. You need to call out these people that supposedly was doing something for us, except for give you a concert and some more financial aid. We need to call these people out and saying, why are you trying to make us not be self-sufficient? Every other race is promoted for them to be self-sufficient. Us, we have to be reliant on aid. We're the only race that is promoted to. And our mentality has been programmed to accept and not want to do anything but to get that. And find a way to manipulate that so they can just kick it. Right about that, Jemele Hill. Anyway, I'm out. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Don't forget to follow him. Kwame Brown Bus Life 2.0. Don't forget HD. Welcome to HD TV, Ticket TV, Armando Black TV, Angela Stanton King, Seahawks, Jose Rodriguez, 78 Sports TV, D-Style Boxing, Blood Boxing, Boxing and Basketball. And I'm out. God bless. Deuces.